Where do I start? Special event stations are great fun. And frankly, I always see it as an excuse to put a station on, get the team together, run a pile-up, have some fun. All right? But there is an element of this that nobody really talks about. Inevitably, when you come on the radio with a special event call sign, you cause a bit of a pile-up. And I'll tell you the reason why, is that people respect that you've gone to the trouble of putting a special event call sign, so you've put the show on. Whether you're allowed signal or not, you have gone to the trouble of doing that. So you go on, you have some fun, and inevitably people go, well, you're putting a show on, I will help you by calling in, right? So this is not about men's mental health, really. It's not about the castle, the lighthouse, the hill you're sitting on top of, the canal, the river, the bridge, the anniversary, the birthday. It's actually not about that. That was the excuse to put the show on. What it's really about is the participants, the people that are calling in. So inevitably what happens, people call in because you've put a show on, they respect that, and now you end up with a pile-up. Whether you're 5 and 7 or 5 and 9 plus 30, frankly, they're not spectators, they're participants. And when you talk to one individual, you've got to remember the rest of the pile-up can hear your instructions. So if you remember, years ago, I came up because I was a bit flummoxed when I had my first couple of pile-ups doing for a special event station. So what I did is I came up, I realised I'd accidentally come up with what I call the rule of 3. And the rule of 3 means that the operator, your caller, picks up the microphone and shouts their call, M0ABC. Now that's number 1, right? You pick them up, M0ABC, 5 and 9, yeah, John here, having good fun at the special event here. Can I have a signal report and your name, please? By the way, you've asked him that, but 100 other people are now schooled. Oh, he wants a signal report and a name, right? You might say name and QTH, right? Because whatever you say to that one person, everybody hears. So you're schooling the whole pile-up by talking to one person. So that's the second, right? The rule of 3, that's number 2. He gets a Nova. He gets to say, hey, 5 and 9, sounding great. And I can hear the wind and the rain and whatever he wants to say. It's John here from Tavistock. The third one is he gets to say cheerio, goodbye. Right? When you say, okay, nice one, John. 73, back to you for a final. And he gets his 3. Now, that's actually quite a slow pile-up. Just fix the microphone again. A fast pile, when it gets a bit quicker, you have to drop down to rule of 2. And you will say to the first couple of people when you've dropped to the rule of 2, you will say, oh, John, brilliant. You'll go M0ABC, you're 59. Just name the signal report, please. I've got a bit of a pile-up on the go. Can you make it brief? All right. And he comes back, oh, yes, hello, Brian, it's John here from Tavistock, and you're 5 and 9. And then he'll think, oh, he's just told me to speed it up. So back to you. You'll go, John, brilliant, lovely, great signal. All right, all the best to you. QRZ, please, GB88MMH. So you've dropped to the rule of 2. You've also schooled the rest of the pile-up by saying what you've just said to John in Tavistock. Effectively, what I'm saying is as the pile-up grows, the contact shrinks, doesn't it? It has to, because you're into queue management. You've got participants. Now, Tom, M0RMY, we've got a WhatsApp group. I'm sure there's plenty of WhatsApp groups your mates on and stuff. But he was Saturday or Sunday, I don't know. It's some special event on, right? I've got no idea what the special event was. I'll just say it's a castle. I don't think it was, but anyway. But on every over, Big George, or whoever it was, told every caller all about the castle. And so what we've got here is a ton of participants lined up who've respected the fact that your team has gone to an immense amount of trouble to put an event on. And then They've joined a queue, all right? You're not respecting that by keep telling everybody about the castle and everything else, because if they go, oh, well, jump on my radio for half an hour. They're 10 minutes in already trying to get in. But there's less and less opportunity and less chance for them to break the pileup because you're doing one every 5 minutes, not 4 a minute. Okay? Now, I do appreciate this isn't just about running a pileup. It's not just numbers. But if there is a pileup, you have to respect all the people that are patiently waiting. Right? You just got to do that. I suppose the message to the team leaders is before, because I could just imagine. Okay, so here's a message to the team leader, right? You've got a WhatsApp group or an email distribution list or whatever, and you've arranged everything, haven't you, right? The radio and the coax and the amplifier and everything, the tent and everything else. And somebody says, who's going to operate first? And somebody says, oh, Big George will do that. Now, Big George, he's there on the day, but he hasn't really taken much of an interest. So you have to have a team meeting. Say, okay, guys, Big George, you're going on first. Remember the rule of 3, okay? This is a show we're putting on. We need a queue management system. And these are participants in our show. We need to respect their time, all right? So if they want us in the logbook, let them get them in and move on, all right? We've got a fantastic QRZ page. Thanks, John, for sorting that out for us. So make people part of it, right? You will exclude people and frustrate people by doing big, long overs. If there's 3 or 4 people calling, you need to speed up. Okay, it's good for you and it's good for them. It's good for your club, it's good for the event and everything else. Remember, the special event station is not really about the event. Okay, it's about the participants, the people calling you. The fact that you've put the show on is great. It's not a PR exercise about a blooming castle that's 250 years old, right? That's on QRZ. The deal is making radio contacts and having fun. If you've only got 2 callers, sure, have a little net. At the risk of me going on and on about this, I'll leave it there. Have a great day, enjoy your radio, enjoy your pile-ups. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.